The human warship Aurora glided silently through the blackness of space. Its hull shimmered with a soft silver glow, reflecting distant stars. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, her hands resting lightly on the rail, her eyes scanning the view screen. Around her, the crew moved with calm precision, each task rehearsed 1,000 times. "Status report," Lena said, her voice steady and clear. Lieutenant Mara, the communications officer, glanced up from her console. "All systems operational, Captain. Navigation is stable. We are on course for the uncharted star system designated X-19. "Good," Lena replied. Her mind was focused, but excitement surged beneath her calm exterior. This was humanity's first deep space exploratory mission. The Aurora carried only 20 humans, yet it held the hopes of Earth. It was small compared to the fleets of alien civilizations, but humans had built it to be fast, strong, and clever. Outside the ship, stars moved in long streaks as the Aurora accelerated. Space was silent and vast, yet Lena felt no fear. Humans had always faced the unknown with courage. This journey would prove that once again. Suddenly, the view screen flickered. A cluster of ships appeared on the edge of the star system. They were large, angular, and unlike anything humans had seen. Lena leaned forward. "Identify them," she ordered. Mara's fingers danced across the console. "Scanning. They are of unknown origin. No records match their design. They are sending a signal. It appears hostile." Lena's brow furrowed. "Show it." The screen filled with a deep red symbol, pulsing aggressively. The Zirathian Empire, they would later learn, sent fleets that conquered or destroyed anything in their path. They were feared across many systems, and their fleets were among the strongest in known space. Lena felt a surge of determination. She turned to her crew. "We have two choices. Retreat and report back to Earth, or proceed and show them who humans are. I know what I choose. All of you, stay sharp and trust your training." The crew nodded. Each of them was skilled and disciplined. No one doubted Lena. They had been preparing for this moment for years, and they were ready. The Zirathians responded again, their signal clearer this time. It carried a simple message in a harsh tone: surrender or be destroyed. Mara translated quickly. "They want us to surrender, Captain. They think we are weak." Lena smiled faintly. "Weak? They do not know humans. Prepare shields and stand by for maneuvering. We will not start a fight, but we will not run either." As the alien ships moved closer, Lena studied their formation. They were large and powerful, but their tactics were predictable. Humans had an advantage in thinking differently, in being unpredictable. Lena knew the Aurora was faster and smarter than it appeared. The bridge was tense but calm. Engineers adjusted power to the energy shields. The crew checked weapons systems, not to attack immediately, but to be ready if the aliens struck first. Lena's voice was steady, guiding them like a calm hand through a storm. "Open a channel," she said. The view screen changed, showing a live feed of the alien fleet. A single figure appeared, commanding authority. Lena studied it carefully. "I am Captain Lena of the human ship Aurora," she began. "We come in peace. We mean no harm. We only wish to explore and learn about your system." The alien figure paused, then spoke in a language humans did not fully understand. The tone was harsh, demanding. The Zirathians assumed humans would panic. They assumed humans were weak. They assumed humans would obey. Lena did not flinch. She spoke again, calmly and clearly. "We will not surrender. We ask only to observe and pass peacefully." There was silence on the alien side. Lena sensed hesitation. They had never met a species that refused to fear them. "Shields at full strength," Lena ordered. "Keep the engines ready. Observe their movements. Record everything. The aurora shone brighter as its shields activated, casting a soft blue glow across the bridge. The crew worked in perfect rhythm, moving efficiently and confidently. The alien fleet hesitated, then advanced, testing the humans. Lena's mind raced, analyzing every move. She knew the aurora could outmaneuver them, but she had to be patient. Humans were not only strong physically but clever strategically. She would show that today. As the alien fleet came closer, Lena felt a quiet pride. Humanity was small in the galaxy, yet bold. They faced the unknown without fear. This encounter would change everything. One human warship, traveling alone, ready to explore and defend, could make even the most powerful civilizations pause. The stars stretched endlessly ahead. The aurora moved steadily forward. Lena turned to her crew with a firm smile. This is only the beginning. Stay sharp, and remember who we are. Humans never back down. The crew nodded, and the ship continued into the uncharted system. The galaxy had not yet seen what humans were truly capable of. The aurora moved silently through the star system, its sleek hull cutting through the darkness like a knife. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, eyes fixed on the view screen. The alien fleet remained in formation ahead, its massive ships bristling with weapons. The Xerithians had never seen a species act with such calm defiance. Lieutenant Mara leaned over the communications console. Captain, they are signaling again. It looks like they are demanding a response. They are growing impatient. Lena nodded. Open the channel. Let us speak carefully but firmly. We will show them we are not a threat, yet we are not weak. The view screen flickered and a new image appeared. The figure of a Xerithian commander hovered in the display. Its skin was dark and textured, its eyes sharp and calculating. Its voice was harsh, speaking in guttural tones. Mara quickly translated. Surrender immediately or face destruction. Lena kept her expression neutral. We are explorers, she said. We come to learn, not to fight. We ask for safe passage through your system. We will not interfere with your operations. The alien commander paused. Its eyes narrowed as if trying to understand Lena's calmness. This was unusual. No species had ever refused to show fear when faced with the Xerithian fleet. The commander barked another order, and several of its ships shifted closer, forming a tighter formation. Captain, said Mara, they are testing us. Their ships are moving aggressively, but no weapons have fired yet. Lena turned to the tactical officer, Jaren. Status on defensive systems. Shields are at maximum efficiency, Captain, Jaren reported. Energy levels are stable, and weapons are ready. We can maneuver quickly if needed. Lena nodded. Good. Keep the systems on alert, but do not engage unless necessary. We will show them humans are clever, not reckless. The aurora glided between the alien ships, scanning their movements. Lena noticed something others might have missed. The Xerithians relied on predictable patterns. Every fleet formation had its rhythm, its repeated motions. Humans, however, did not follow patterns. Lena had trained her crew to think creatively, to anticipate and adapt rather than simply react. Shields are holding, Jaren said. No signs of aggressive energy yet. They seem cautious. Lena allowed herself a small smile. They are not used to this. Stay focused. We can use their caution to learn more about them. Suddenly, a pulse of light streaked across the system. It was a warning shot, aimed to test the aurora's defenses. The energy hit the shields but did not penetrate. The bridge remained calm, the crew moving efficiently. Lena felt a thrill. Humans had faced impossible odds before and had always found a way. This was no different. Pulse received, Jaren said. No damage. Shields absorbed the energy. Lena spoke into the microphone. We received your message. We are unharmed. Your strength is impressive, but we are not weak. We will continue our journey peacefully. Please allow us to pass. The alien commander's eyes widened slightly. They had expected fear, panic, or surrender. Instead, they saw confidence. The humans were not aggressive, yet they were ready. The commander barked another order, and a few ships moved closer, scanning the aurora. Mara translated the new signal. Your strength is unusual. Why do you not fear us? Lena considered her words carefully. Humans have always faced challenges. We survive not only with strength but with strategy, intelligence, and courage. We respect your power, and we expect the same respect in return. The commander seemed to study Lena's face, trying to understand her. It had never met a species that spoke with such honesty and composure. The alien ships maintained their positions, no attack followed, and the tension on the bridge eased slightly. Captain, Jaren said, they are watching us closely. Their fleet is not moving to attack. I think they are trying to learn from us. Lena nodded. Good. Keep scanning. Record everything. We may learn more about them than they learn about us. Humans are always curious and adaptive. Let's see what this teaches us. The Aurora glided calmly, its crew focused, each member confident in their role. Lena walked among them, offering brief words of encouragement. Stay sharp. Observe everything. Remember that calm minds and careful planning win where strength alone cannot. For the first time, the Zerathian fleet hesitated. Their sensors detected no fear, no weakness. They had underestimated humans. One warship, small by comparison, stood firm and unafraid. The galaxy had not yet seen a species like this. Lena turned back to the main view screen. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, and the alien ships lingered at the edges of the system. Humanity had taken its first step into a wider galaxy. They were explorers, diplomats, and warriors, all in one. The Aurora would continue forward, ready for whatever came next. The silence on the bridge was comfortable, confident. Humanity had arrived. They were not alone, but they were unafraid. The galaxy would remember this encounter, and the humans would continue their journey with courage and intelligence as their guides. The Aurora glided deeper into the star system. The Zerathian fleet hovered at the edges, watching, waiting, and calculating. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, eyes scanning the enemy ships. Their numbers were overwhelming, but humans had never relied on numbers alone. Intelligence, creativity, and courage often mattered more. Lieutenant Jaren reported, Captain, they are moving into a formation. It looks like they are preparing for an attack. Their main ships are ahead, and smaller vessels flank the sides. Lena nodded. They want to see how we react. Prepare for maneuvering. Shields at full strength. Weapons on standby. But do not engage unless necessary. We will show them humans think differently. The crew worked quickly, but calmly. Every action had a purpose. Every movement had meaning. Lena had trained them to be precise, efficient, and adaptable. Humans did not panic in the face of danger. Humans adapted. The first energy pulse streaked across space, aimed at the Aurora. The shields flared blue as the pulse struck, deflected harmlessly. The ship moved smoothly, adjusting its course to stay out of the next line of fire. Excellent, Lena said, a small smile appearing on her face. They are testing us, not attacking to kill. Use their energy against them. Study their movements. Jaren tracked the alien ship's motions. Captain, their formation is rigid. They expect us to follow patterns. If we move unpredictably, we can avoid their concentrated attacks. Exactly, Lena replied. Prepare a countermeasure. Non-lethal, but effective. Let them feel human power without destroying lives. Show them strategy is more than firepower. Mara, at the communications console, relayed the ship's plan. The Aurora activated a concentrated energy pulse, not to destroy, but to disable the nearest Zerathian vessels temporarily. A wave of light spread through space, and one by one, the enemy ship's engines and weapons systems shut down for a short time. The Zerathian fleet reeled back, surprised. Their sensors recorded nothing like this before. No species had resisted in such a way. They tried to regroup, but the humans had already moved, exploiting gaps and weaknesses in their formation. Impressive, Jaren said quietly. They did not expect this level of strategy. Lena walked among her crew, her presence steadying them. Keep calm and precise. Do not let their numbers intimidate you. Remember, humans survive because we think. We adapt. We are clever, and that cleverness is our greatest weapon. The Zerathians regrouped, launching another wave of energy pulses. Again, the Aurora moved swiftly, its shields absorbing the attacks. Lena directed her crew with careful precision, weaving between volleys of energy. Their movements were unpredictable yet controlled. "Captain, they are beginning to hesitate," Mara said, her eyes wide. "Their fleet is slowing down. They are unsure of our capabilities." Lena nodded. "Good. Let them observe human resilience. They need to understand that courage and intelligence are not weaknesses. We will defend ourselves if needed, but always with strategy, never recklessness." The alien commander appeared again on the view screen, its expression sharp and calculating. Its voice carried a tone of surprise and caution. Mara translated, "Your species is unusual. We did not expect resistance. Why do you act with such calm under threat?" Lena responded firmly, "Humans have always faced danger. We survive by thinking, by working together, and by staying calm. Strength is important, but intelligence and courage define us. We respect your power, but we will not yield to fear." The Zerathians paused. The Aurora had proven itself not only as a capable warship but as a symbol of human adaptability. Even their scientists, observing from hidden sensors, were intrigued. No species had countered their forces so effectively without losing control. "Captain, they are observing now, not attacking," Jaren said. "It looks like they are trying to understand our strategy." Lena allowed herself a small nod. "Exactly what I hoped. Let them see that humans are not reckless, but clever. Humans survive and thrive because we think differently." The Aurora continued to weave gracefully through the fleet, demonstrating both power and restraint. Every move was calculated. Every action was purposeful. The humans had proven that a single ship, when combined with intelligence and courage, could face a massive fleet without panic. Lena looked out at the stars, feeling a quiet pride. "This is how humans survive in the galaxy," she said softly. "We do not rely on size or numbers alone. We rely on our minds, our creativity, and our courage. This is who we are." The Zerathians slowly pulled back, no longer attempting direct attacks. They had learned a valuable lesson: humans were not weak, they were unpredictable, and they were not afraid. The galaxy had not yet fully understood humanity, but it would. One ship, guided by strategy, courage, and intelligence, could change the course of a star system. The Aurora moved steadily forward, calm and confident. The test was complete, and humanity had passed. The journey had only begun, but humans had already shown that even in the vastness of space, they could stand against the strongest forces with nothing more than their minds, their hearts, and their courage. After the encounter with the Zerathian fleet, the Aurora continued its mission through the uncharted star system. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, her eyes scanning the expanse of space. The crew moved efficiently, confident after the recent test. The ship had proven its power, but Lena knew their work had only begun. Humans were explorers, not conquerors. Lieutenant Mara reported, "Captain, sensors are picking up transmissions from nearby systems. It seems news of our encounter is spreading. Lena raised an eyebrow. News? How far can it reach? We are still deep in this system. Mara shook her head. The transmissions are being relayed through Zirathian networks. Other civilizations are hearing about the humans and the Aurora. They are reacting with caution, even fear. The crew exchanged surprised looks. The galaxy had never seen humans, yet here they were, becoming known for their courage and cleverness. Lena felt a mix of pride and responsibility. Humans were small in numbers, but they could make a lasting impression if they acted wisely. Prepare a report, Lena said. We need to understand how our actions are being perceived. Knowledge is as important as power. As the Aurora moved forward, smaller alien vessels began to appear. They were not attacking. Instead, they observed from a distance. Some of the ships attempted to communicate, sending cautious signals. Lena instructed Mara to respond. We are explorers, Mara translated, not aggressors. We seek knowledge and friendship. We respect your strength, and we hope you respect our journey. The aliens hesitated. Humans did not demand allegiance, they did not threaten, and yet they were not afraid. The combination was confusing. Entire civilizations were unaccustomed to species that acted with both courage and intelligence. On the bridge, Jaren monitored the approaching vessels. Captain, several ships are sending invitations for dialogue. They want to meet us. I think they see us as more than just a threat. Lena nodded. Good. Keep communication open. We will be polite, but firm. Humans must show that we are capable of defending ourselves, but we also value peace. The news of a single human warship capable of resisting the Zirathians spread quickly. Systems that had long been under Zirathian influence began to question their loyalties. Alien leaders debated quietly among themselves. Could a small species from a distant planet really stand against the greatest empire in the galaxy? Mara looked at the sensors. Captain, some civilizations are sending offers of alliance. They want to work with humans, to share knowledge and technology, and to ensure safety. They are wary of the Zirathians and see humans as a new balance of power. Lena smiled. This is why humans explore. We do not seek to dominate, but our presence can change the galaxy. Be cautious, but accept dialogue where it is safe. We will show that humans are honorable, not reckless. The Aurora received another communication, this one from a distant system. An alien leader spoke politely, asking questions about humans, their technology, and their intentions. Lena replied carefully, explaining that humans traveled to learn, not to conquer. She described Earth, humanity's history, and the lessons they had learned from survival. The aliens listened intently. They had never met a species that combined strength, intelligence, and respect so naturally. Many of their scientists began secretly observing the humans, hoping to understand how one small ship could resist so many. Jaren turned to Lena. Captain, the impact of our presence is growing. We are not just explorers anymore. Humans are becoming known across multiple systems. Lena nodded thoughtfully. Yes, but fame is not our goal. Knowledge and respect are. The galaxy must see humans for what we truly are. We are capable, clever, and courageous. That is enough to earn recognition. The crew continued their journey through the star system. The stars stretched endlessly around them, silent witnesses to humanity's first steps into a wider galaxy. Every alien signal they received, every cautious observation, confirmed one truth: humans were no longer a secret. Outside the ship, a small fleet of alien observers approached, keeping distance but clearly curious. Lena studied them carefully. We will not provoke, but we will not hide. Humans do not fear the unknown, and we will meet new civilizations with respect and intelligence. The crew felt a quiet pride. They were the first humans in this part of the galaxy, and their actions were changing perceptions. One ship, guided by careful planning and courage, could influence entire systems. Lena looked at the stars and spoke softly to herself. The galaxy is vast and full of challenges. But humans have always faced the impossible. We do not rely on strength alone. We rely on courage, intelligence, and determination. That is how we survive. That is how we thrive. As the Aurora continued forward, the galaxy began to take notice. Rumors of a single human warship capable of standing against the greatest empire spread faster than any transmission. Fear, respect, and curiosity mixed across star systems. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy would never see them the same way again. News of the Aurora's encounter with the Zerathians had spread across the galaxy. Systems that once feared the Empire now whispered of humans. Some saw them as a threat, others as potential allies. The Zerathians, unwilling to accept a single human warship resisting their forces, began gathering a coalition of fleets from allied systems. Their goal was clear: eliminate the humans before their influence grew. On the bridge of the Aurora, Captain Lena studied the new fleet movements with calm focus. "Jaren, status report," she said. Jaren pointed to the view screen. "Captain, they have assembled over 50 ships, larger and more coordinated than before. They intend to surround us and force surrender." Lena's expression remained steady. "Good. We will not panic. Humans survive through thinking, not just firepower. Prepare all systems, but remember our advantage is strategy. We will turn their strength into a weakness." Lieutenant Mara adjusted sensors to track the enemy formations. "Captain, their approach is predictable. They are confident in their numbers, but their patterns are repetitive." Lena nodded. "Exactly. They rely on overwhelming force. Humans will rely on adaptability. We will not just react. We will anticipate." As the alien coalition moved closer, the Aurora performed a series of maneuvers that confused their sensors. Lena had anticipated their formations and predicted their timing. The humans dodged volleys of energy blasts, weaving through space with precision. Each movement was calculated to create openings, exposing gaps in the enemy lines. "Captain, their ships are firing together, trying to trap us," Jaren said. "If we continue this, they may gain an advantage." "Not if we continue to outthink them," Lena replied. "Engage counterpulse protocol. It will disable their ships temporarily without harming crews. They need to understand our strategy, not just our firepower." A wave of concentrated energy spread from the Aurora, hitting multiple ships at once. Engines sputtered, weapons went offline, and the alien formation faltered. The humans moved through the chaos, exploiting weaknesses and creating confusion. The coalition's confidence wavered. They had underestimated the intelligence behind human actions. Mara's eyes widened. "Captain, their main fleet is disorganized. They are struggling to maintain formation. They are not used to being countered in this way." Lena allowed a small smile. "Good. Remember, humans thrive when we think differently. They expected panic, they expected fear. We gave them neither." The alien commander appeared again on the view screen, visibly frustrated. Mara translated, "How does one ship resist so many? Explain this, humans." Lena's voice was calm and firm. "We do not rely on fear or intimidation. We observe, we adapt, and we act with precision. Strength is measured by action, not size. Respect is earned, not assumed." The commander's expression faltered. Across the fleet, some alien leaders whispered among themselves. Observers recorded the human ship's maneuvers, desperate to understand the tactics that allowed one warship to challenge dozens. "Captain, they are attempting to regroup," Jaren said. "Some of their smaller vessels are retreating. Others are hesitating." "Excellent," Lena said. "Keep pressure with minimal force. Show them humans are clever, not reckless. Let strategy guide every move. The Aurora danced through space with remarkable precision. Each human crew member performed their role flawlessly, anticipating Lena's orders before they were given. The enemy fleet struggled to respond, their confidence shaken. The galaxy was witnessing something new, humans who could think faster and adapt better than even the most advanced alien commanders. "Captain, their main fleet is pulling back," Mara reported. "They are not retreating completely, but they are reassessing. It seems they fear further engagement without understanding our tactics." Lena nodded. "That is enough for now. We have shown them the power of strategy and intelligence. Humans survive because we use our minds as well as our strength. Remember this. This is how we thrive." Outside the Aurora, the stars stretched endlessly. The ship continued forward, calm and confident. Across the galaxy, observers recorded every action, spreading word of humanity's cleverness. Entire civilizations began to respect the humans' capability, not just their courage. Lena looked at her crew, pride evident in her eyes. This is only the beginning. One ship, guided by strategy and intelligence, can change how the galaxy sees us. Today we did not destroy them. We taught them. That is the true strength of humans. The crew smiled, feeling the weight of their accomplishment. They had faced overwhelming odds and proven that humans could stand against the most powerful fleets in the galaxy. Their story would travel faster than any transmission, inspiring awe and caution wherever it reached. The Aurora moved steadily forward. The galaxy had learned a new lesson: humans were unpredictable, clever, and unstoppable when guided by intelligence. One small ship had shifted the balance of perception, showing that even the mightiest forces could be challenged by strategy and courage. Humanity's reputation was growing, and the crew knew that this was only the beginning of their journey into the stars. The Aurora drifted through a quiet star system, its silver hull reflecting distant suns. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, studying the readings. The Zirathian fleet had pulled back after their failed attack, but the galaxy was far from quiet. Messages and signals from other civilizations flowed in, each one cautious, curious, and sometimes fearful. Lieutenant Mara checked the communications console. "Captain, multiple civilizations are requesting dialogue. They want to understand humans, our technology, and our intentions." Lena's eyes lit with determination. "Good. Prepare responses. We will be honest but firm. Humanity's first goal is peace, but we will not allow threats or disrespect." As the crew drafted messages, alien representatives appeared in holographic forms across the Aurora's bridge. They came from systems previously under Zirathian influence, now seeking alliances. Their leaders spoke politely, often pausing to study Lena. The humans' courage and strategic brilliance had made them notable. "Captain," Jaren said, pointing to a map of star systems, "these civilizations are offering trade, sharing of technology, and military cooperation. They are cautious, but they see humans as a force to respect." Lena nodded. "We will accept dialogue carefully. Humans value knowledge, honesty, and fairness. We will not exploit fear, but we will ensure respect is mutual." The first ambassador, a tall alien named Theros, appeared in the hologram. His skin shimmered like polished stone, and his eyes were wide with curiosity. "Captain Lena," he said in measured tones, "we observed your encounter with the Zirathians. Your species is remarkable. One ship resisted an entire fleet. We wish to know your intentions." Lena spoke calmly. "We are explorers. We seek knowledge, not conquest. We respect life and civilizations across the galaxy. We hope to learn and share, but we will not allow aggression against us or our allies." Theros paused, impressed. Few species speak with such clarity and confidence. Most would submit or flee. You are not reckless, yet you are not weak. Your people are courageous. Lena nodded. Humans survive through intelligence, strategy, and courage. Strength alone does not define a species. We hope our presence brings understanding, not conflict. Over the next days, more leaders reached out. Some were hesitant, fearing human power, but most were intrigued. The Aurora demonstrated technology that could benefit entire systems: advanced navigation, energy efficiency, medical techniques, and strategic defense. Humans shared knowledge selectively, always emphasizing cooperation and respect. Mara looked at Lena. Captain, their perception of humans is shifting. We are not feared as conquerors. We are respected as capable and honorable. Lena smiled faintly. Exactly. Humans do not seek domination. We seek understanding and survival. The galaxy must know that we are strong, but also wise and fair. Even some Zirathian observers remained hidden, studying humanity's methods. They had learned that humans combined courage with intelligence, strategy with ethics. This combination was unpredictable and dangerous in its own way. Jaren leaned over the tactical display. Captain, several civilizations are proposing formal alliances. They want mutual protection against the Zirathians and other threats. Humans are now seen as a potential stabilizing force. Lena's expression was thoughtful. Good. We will engage carefully. Alliances must be based on trust, not fear. Humanity's reputation should grow from honor, not intimidation. The Aurora continued moving through star systems, hosting meetings, sharing knowledge, and listening to the concerns of alien leaders. The crew worked tirelessly, ensuring that humans acted with fairness, intelligence, and courage. Slowly, the galaxy began to understand a new truth: humans were capable of great power, but they were not reckless. Theros returned to the hologram one day. Captain Lena, your species is unlike any we have encountered. We have seen courage in other species, intelligence in others, but your combination is unique. The galaxy will remember humans. Lena responded firmly, we do not seek fame. We seek understanding and respect. Humans have survived because we face the unknown with intelligence and courage. That is who we are, and that is how we will continue. As the Aurora left the system, messages of admiration and caution continued to arrive. Some civilizations pledged support, while others simply observed quietly, curious and wary of the humans' next moves. Humanity had become a symbol, not of conquest, but of potential and strategy. Lena looked at her crew. Remember this, everyone. Humans are small in number, but we are clever and brave. One ship, one crew, can change how the galaxy sees us. We act with intelligence, fairness, and courage. That is how humans survive and thrive. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, but the Aurora glided forward with confidence. Humanity had proven its ability to defend itself, to negotiate wisely, and to inspire respect. The galaxy now understood that humans were not weak. One ship had shown that courage, intelligence, and honor could shape civilizations. The journey was far from over, but humanity had taken its place among the stars. Allies and observers watched, some with admiration, some with caution, but all with newfound awareness. The galaxy had learned that humans were not to be underestimated. The Aurora sailed through the endless black of space, heading home. Captain Lena stood on the bridge, her gaze fixed on distant stars. The mission had been far more than exploration. Humanity had proven something that no one in the galaxy had expected: courage, intelligence, and honor could make a small species a force to be respected. Lieutenant Mara checked the communications console. Captain, we are receiving messages from allied civilizations. They are welcoming us, expressing admiration for humanity, and offering continued support. Our reputation has grown tremendously. Lena nodded. Good. Humanity survives because we act wisely and bravely. Let the galaxy see that strength comes not only from weapons, but from intelligence and unity. The journey home was quiet but full of reflection. The crew remembered their first encounter with the Xerithians, the test of skill and strategy, and the moments when the Aurora had outmaneuvered fleets many times their size. Each memory was a reminder of human adaptability. Humans were small in number, but clever, brave, and disciplined. That combination had made the impossible possible. Jaren approached Lena. "Captain, other fleets are reporting our success. They are studying human tactics. Some are even adjusting their own strategies. One ship from a neighboring system called us legendary." Lena smiled softly. "Legendary or not, we act with reason, not for fame. The galaxy will remember humans because we are unpredictable and courageous. That is our true strength." As the Aurora entered the outer edges of Earth's star system, the familiar blue glow of the home planet appeared on the view screen. Lena felt a surge of pride and relief. Humanity had left home as explorers, small and unknown, but had returned as a species recognized across multiple star systems. Mara looked out at the planet. "Captain, Earth will welcome us. They will celebrate what we have accomplished." "Yes," Lena said. "But the celebration is not for the ship alone. It is for humanity itself. Every human who works with courage, intelligence, and unity makes our species strong. One ship, one crew, showed the galaxy what humans can achieve, but all of humanity carries that potential." The Aurora descended toward Earth, its silver hull glinting in the sunlight. Cities were lit with celebration, and crowds gathered at communication stations, watching the ship's return. People cheered, proud of the small crew that had traveled far beyond known space. They had not only survived but had made allies, learned new technologies, and earned respect in a galaxy that once considered them insignificant. On the bridge, Lena addressed her crew. "You have done humanity proud. Each of you remained calm, disciplined, and clever in the face of impossible odds. You have proven that humans are capable of greatness, even when facing overwhelming challenges." The crew smiled, but their pride was quiet and steady. They knew that their actions were just the beginning. Humanity had entered a larger world, one filled with possibilities, alliances, and challenges. They had made a place for themselves among the stars. Outside, alien representatives arrived in small ships to observe the humans' return. Some came to offer friendship, others to study the humans' methods. The galaxy was aware now, humans were not weak, reckless, or simple. They were clever, courageous, and honorable. The reputation of one warship had grown into the legend of an entire species. Lena looked at the stars one last time before docking. "The journey is far from over," she said softly. "But humanity has taken its first step. We have shown what we are capable of. The galaxy knows now that humans cannot be underestimated." The Aurora touched down on Earth, greeted by cheers, lights, and celebrations. People of all nations came together to honor the crew. Leaders from across Earth spoke of the bravery and wisdom displayed by humans among the stars. Children watched in awe, dreaming of what humanity could achieve next. Lena stepped down from the bridge, feeling the weight of the journey and the promise of the future. "This is not just the story of one ship," she told her crew. "It is the story of humanity. We survive, we adapt, and we thrive because of courage, intelligence, and unity. That is our legacy." As night fell on Earth, the stars above shone brightly. Humanity had returned from the edge of the galaxy not as explorers alone, but as a species recognized, respected, and remembered. The Aurora had sailed into history, and its story would inspire generations. The galaxy would never forget, one human warship had faced an entire empire and emerged with honor. Humanity had arrived, and the universe knew that when humans stood together, clever and courageous, nothing was impossible.